Good evening guys, it's 5:34 p.m. Today is Monday, June 5th, 2023 after NFP on Friday. So earlier, I recorded an entire damn video, so I walk you through the step by step everything in the video, and then I uploaded it, and then by mistake I uploaded it June 2nd video in YouTube, so I deleted it, and then I tried to upload this video 6.5, and then I figured out that hey, my mic was not working at that time. It was something happened in the plug while I was plugging it, earlier. So it did not record the voice. So even though I had an entire video, but there is no voice. So now I ended up re-recording again. So the quality of the video will be good, but I may miss few points, because I literally, I spent like 30 minutes preparing this video, like walk you through all the steps. Now I have to do it again. So I may miss something, okay? So, but anyway, I will touch on the key points. So overall, so buyers are in control, and now the ball is in their court. And as usual, no shorts, stick with longs. Watch Dow and Russell today, and if they are in sync with ES, to basically line up their support together to take longs. NQ will bring buyers above this area, which was the case here, right? This is the buyers above this area, and then till then NQ may chop around like this, but it does have a buyers in it, okay? So, and then wait till open to take trades. Do not trade in pre-market. Of the open, ideally wait for few minutes for a pullback into support, unless there is a strong open drive in NQ, which was the case today, right? Of the open, you can see it was a strong open drive, right? Open drive, taking out preferred sellers area, then you can trade preferred to backup sellers area as a long in NQ. See this here, right of the open. So man, where is my preferred sellers area line? Man, what just happened? Hold on guys. Okay, so I fixed it, right? So I didn't save it properly, this, but anyway, so open drive in NQ, which was this, right? You can trade preferred sellers once if it goes through it, right? Which was the case. See here, 6 o'clock I wrote this, right? Backup sellers area, this was the trade, right? And then Dow, I had a levels 910 to Globex high to watch, right? Break above this, but you can see this area act as a resistance. So Dow could not go above this area. Russell's, this area, price went above this, and then once he went below it, this area acted as a resistance, right? And then ideally I want to see buyers holding it above Globex low or Globex low minus 1 support, okay? And in both NQ and ES, and create a failed breakdown there, okay? So now let's go here. So notes were pretty clear, right? So now let's watch here. So what happened? So of the open, so in NQs, let's talk about NQ first, right? So this is what I did. Of the open, the moment I saw this candle going through this preferred sellers area and closed above it, I assume it would be an open drive based on the pre-market note, right? So I took the instant long right there, and then I built out with 13 point at 600 round number. I didn't even wait it up to this point, because my goal is to not like ride the ride, my goal is to take high probability trade, get few points, and I'm done for the day, okay? So that is what I did essentially, especially in the morning hours, so, and then I was done, right? And then price went there, and then we discussed in the Discord, other scenarios too. Now I said to watch ES also at the same time, like this area, which was a preferred sellers area, this area, right? And then this was the target for NFP. Price couldn't get there, so today high probability it would get there, and then it will get also reaction there. See here, I typed it also earlier before when I published this note. So I said expect some reaction here, and it did. Look at this, see that? So expecting reaction means at least price will go there. So if you are long from here, at least you can target this, right? So doesn't mean you wait for a short, because shorts are not in the scope right now, right? We are supposed to stick with longs. So, and then here, right? So NQ went higher, ES went higher, right? ES touched this area, NQ touched this area, and then both will came down because of this touch, right? And ES 643, 628, key area. So backup sellers. So once it get there, it came down, right? So once it came down there, while it was coming down, I said watch 575 to 587 or even 571. And then ES, I said watch 88.90 or 86, which was around 10 o'clock. See here, it came down to 86, 88.90 and it bounced, right? So this could have been long, long setup, but I did not take it now because price reached backup sellers area first. In Discord I said if it rejects from here 600 or so and come down here, then it would be a long setup, because then it has a room to go here. Since it went there straight up in open dry fashion, it could get exhausted there also. At the same time ES was here, right? So both can get exhausted, and this was the target for NFP. So price may stay down. Based on that thought process, this long or will have only 50-50 probability. So I don't take 50 probability, only on occasionally I take. So in today's case I didn't want to take it, but I saw this holding it here. Then price bounced, right? So at this point I had two ideas in mind. So because of this sell off, first time up here, people will sell it, and I can even take a short there, or I would wait for price to go above 643 and take a long there. That was the idea, in mind. Now you look at what happened here. See, so I took this short here, right? But anyway, shorts were not in the scope. I already told in Discord, but still I took it because I know what I was doing, So, but for members it was not allowed, ideally, So I said don't take shorts, stick with longs. But this is what I shared later on. That I said, what, this is the reason, it was timely. It was timed properly with ES, and I waited. So this is what I saw. Again, it's based on the levels. So 643 is this line, 628 is this line, and this line, right? So first time I saw this 643 like this candle going above it, immediately down. Then it tested here, again fail. Then I can see this sell off. Then again it bounced from this support, couldn't go higher, and then big thrust down, right? So at this point I know sellers are in. So if price goes back up here, at least they will try to respond, So either I can take a short here, or if they don't respond and price goes through this, I would take a long at 643, right? So here you can see during some news time it touched here, closed lower, right? Then it went down, again tried it here, closed lower. Third time it did, closed lower, I shorted it right there. Then I also said in Discord that this is a buyer's environment. If you take a short, right, you have to keep a stop higher, and you need to be ready to take some hit against your trade, right? So here I shorted it, right? You can see price went into my favor, then immediately pop back up against my trade, right? This is a hit I am talking about. Then look what happened. In the same candle it closed lower. The moment I see that, I took another trade right there, right? And since I don't go for more points, I build out right here in this choppy area, right, which is 497, right? So that was the short, which is this. Then I also said here, right, if it goes above this, I will look for long. So which is this. See here, timing is 10:48 or so, or 49. See that, 6:46, right above this area, which is this, right? And then target is this, right? But I built out here, 669, 667 actually, because ES was at that time touching 99, which is this yesterday's high. After it failed to hold it about 2 times. On the way back up, it may act as a resistance, and you can see it. Okay? So I built out. Now if price chops around and try to go higher, most likely it will go here. That was your last long trade, which is this. That happened during the fail breakdown process, which is this. That is what I said in Discord. Look for failed breakdown. Those are the best risk reward trade in this environment when the day is choppy expectation, you know. So why choppy expectation, right? Or how do I know that? So actually I just wanted to let you know that it was also in line, you know, like with the thought process, which is this. See, 929 here. I do not expect too much move, but rather choppy day with bias defending with slight upside follow through. See, so expectation was there. So based on that idea, it may not go higher above this possible. And at this point, see this vertical line, it was around 1056. So we discuss also about, you know, either whether day's high is in today, which is this, or day's low is in, which is this. By looking at this, you might think day's low is in by the time ES was also here, right? So but in Discord, some member says high is in, some member says day's low is in, but I said I am not sure. So today I said I am not going to give you the perfect answer, but I would say neither is in. That means price may go higher above day's high, whatever the high at the time, by few points and then fail, and it can also go lower below day's low by few points and fail. So neither high is in, neither low is in, and this is exactly what happened. This was a high, price went above few points, failed. This was a low, price went below few points, failed. See, so both highs and lows got tagged, you know. So but you need to know all these things. It requires experience, you know, to read through all these things. So these are the trades, right? At the same time, you can, in yes, you can take this trade. See, even here also somebody asked a question about internals. When internals are down, look at this, minus 600 multiple times, and momentum was holding below zero line, price was tanking here. See that? It even took out morning low, all this thing, and look at AD was tanking, right? So somebody asked a question, internals are down, should we take a short? I said no shorts, look for longs. I said if I'm right, then price may go above this and you will see a shift in the internals, and if it, and then it has to hold 88.90. If it holds 88.90, I said it will go higher, at least up to 43.01, and later I said 43.06 in Discord, you know. So 43.01 was the expectation, you know, but when I see this, I said 43.06, and that became the high of the day. So here there was a long setup, you know, and then here there was a failed breakdown long setup also at 95, because 95 was our intraday level to watch. So up to 42.01 you can take profit. Now once price was here, and let's say I was done trading earlier, right? But once, let's say you are watching these things, right? And then when you see this price going at 06 and then failed to go above it, which was my level I already gave you, right? Which was also this area. And now you can see entire morning all it did was breakout and fail, breakout and fail, breakout and fail. So here also it may happen, considering a neutral expectation today, chop around, and neither day's high or low is in, you know, it may go lower, but when is the question, right? So you have to wait. So here you can see there is a breakdown first, right? And not only one, but it also took out this low also, right? So two breakdowns, then slight pullback. Now you have a confirmation here. See that this area held it, 01, see 01, and slice through this low and this low. At this point you can short. After having this confirmation, you can short right there or here, target day's low as a profit. Same thing you can do in NQ. See this box, once it's broken you can do all these things. That's where you take a short if you want to, you know. Otherwise don't bother here. The way I took it, don't take it, you know. Look for longs like this. And that be all for today. You know, it's worked out very nice, you know. Always you focus on pre-market notes, right? And then follow along. And if you see price doing the same thing, and then on top of it also I guide you in Discord also. So combining both of them, you know, you will get your trade out of it, you know. And that be all for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.